So we got Boruto chapter 66 and oh my god, we're gonna roll them up and we're gonna light them up because we spoken on that Boruto pack tonight. Boruto has died in the latest Boruto chapter. He was impaled by Kawaki at the end of this chapter. It was absolutely nuts. I couldn't believe what I was reading when that chapter dropped today. If you wanted to see my reaction to this Boruto chapter, make sure you go check out my previous video. I did do a live stream earlier today reading the Boruto chapter live on this channel. Boruto chapter 66, I couldn't believe what I was reading. So let's just get straight into it, man. Alright, so Boruto chapter 66 starts out with Amado's words talking about Kawaki's will to gain more power, showing that Kawaki has received the new karma seal from Amado. And I think this is really crucial because it has confirmed that Amado has given Kawaki a brand new karma seal. Now I did make a video a couple days ago talking about Kawaki, dissecting his character. I definitely do recommend you guys watch it because I broke down basically everything we know about his character so far, but I did say something incorrect at the end of that video and regarding Kawaki's new karma seal. According to Ida, it has been revealed that the new arm that Kawaki received after the Ishiki Otsutsuki battle, Amado did implant another karma onto that arm without Kawaki knowing. And it's really odd because Amado did offer Kawaki if he wanted to get a brand new karma. However, this offer was never on the table. It was already given to him. He already had the karma seal and all he needed was a push to awaken that power. And that push is from Code and Borushiki. I think this is insane because obviously Amado, once again, he is up to something. We don't know his true intentions, but it of course has to do something with Kawaki. So I definitely do think this is huge because whenever this battle ends, they're going to interrogate the hell out of Amado. It's kind of odd because the way they're giving Amado so much leeway is insane. The fact that he is already considered an advisor for the Leaf Village is insane considering that he's only been at the Leaf for a little bit. It hasn't been a long time. And it's crazy how he's able to get this much political influence inside the Leaf Village. Amado, of course, he is getting a lot of things going his way, giving Kawaki the karma seal, creating a brand new cyborg, and also giving these pills to Boruto. And I cannot wait to see what Amado is planning to do because obviously he is scheming. Naruto is going to lose it, man. He is going to be angry because we see with Kawaki getting this new karma seal, he has Ishiki's dojutsu. He has the Dharma wheel, the same Dharma wheel that Ishiki has. And Amado did say that Kawaki still has Ishiki's powers laying dormant in his body. He just needed the so-called key to open that house to access those powers. And now that that key is here, Kawaki in this chapter, he is flexing Ishiki's powers. However, I do want to say that even though he is using Ishiki's powers like Sakuna Hikona, Daiku Koden, despite all that, it isn't on the level of Ishiki's attacks because even though he's using these abilities, if you look closely, this isn't the full Dharma wheel. Many times in this fight, there would be one triangle or 3 or 4 in battle. Every time he activates the dojutsu, he isn't using this dojutsu at the same potency as Ishiki. So I wouldn't say that Kawaki in terms of power scaling is Ishiki level, but he still has access to his powers. And the thing is, they're not as strong as Ishiki's considering that even when he uses like Sakuna Hikona, the ability to shrink himself in non-living objects, when he does shrink himself, he becomes a miniature version of himself, but it isn't like Jigen or Ishiki when they shrink themselves because every time Ishiki shrinks himself, he becomes microscopic. He's so small that you can't even see him on the screen. You can't even see him on the panels. The only person that could ever see Ishiki that small is Sasuke because of his Sharingan. He can see like microscopic cells through his Sharingan. So it shows you that even though he has Ishiki's powers, it's nowhere near as strong. But I do want to say that this fight between Borushiki and Kawaki was nuts. Like, I just want to say from the powers that he was using, from the rods, the cubes, I think that was very well drawn out. Borushiki does put up a fight. He does manage to keep up with him. I know some people were saying like, oh, it was a wash, but they were relatively keeping up with each other. Kawaki and Borushiki, they're about relative to each other. Maybe if you want to make the argument that Kawaki is a little bit stronger, or maybe Borushiki was weaker because he was running low on chakra. We gotta remember last Boruto chapter, that man was spamming Rasengans. I think he shot like 5 or 6 massive Rasengans. I also do want to say that I did really like the clash when Borushiki was doing the Rasengan and Kawaki pulled out his claw as they were coming toward each other. It was sort of like Naruto and Sasuke at Final Valley. But after that clash happens, they begin to scuffle even more. Kawaki actually summons a bunch of pillars. These are the same pillars that Ishiki used to actually beat Koji. He can access anything that is in that Daikukoden dimension, and after Kawaki summons a bunch of rods which do impale Borushiki, Boruto then begins to awaken. His other eye begins to open, showing that he is trying to get more control. And as Borushiki is on the ground, Kawaki, he summons a ginormous cube, which Naruto does save him. And this is where I do want to mention the conflict between Kawaki and Naruto. Naruto is losing it, man. He said, don't be ridiculous, he's my son, don't be trying to kill him, there's another way to stop this. And Kawaki, he just does not care. He is on demon timing. This man will do anything to protect Naruto. He even says it, I'll do anything for you. Now I think that Kawaki, he does tell Naruto like, yo, that is your son, but that is also a demon who's trying to take your life, and Boruto as well, which I find pretty interesting because Kawaki tells Naruto straight up like, yo, you do not have the will to kill your own son. And this isn't just Kawaki saying this, Sasuke has said this in the past. Sasuke even said like, yo, when it comes down to it, if Momoshiki ever comes out, I will kill you. Of course Sasuke did find a way to stop that process, but this is completely different. He's not looking for any way out, he is actually trying to kill Borushiki. This is where Boruto gets up. He has gained consciousness even though Momoshiki is here, and as I said in many videos in the past, Boruto refers to these pills and said like, damn, these pills are garbage, they seem to work temporarily, but Momoshiki just came out. And this is where Boruto reflects and tells Kawaki, let's do that plan. And this is a plan that I feel like people are really misunderstanding. So Kawaki does say, like in a flashback, he says, I'll somehow get rid of your karma, I swear. So of course after the Ishiki fight, Kawaki was talking to Boruto saying that even though he lost his karma, he vowed to get rid of Boruto's karma because he hates the karma, he hates everything about it, and he wants to free his own brother. This was something that was referenced from all the way back to the beginning when Kawaki was first living at the Uzumaki household. Kawaki told Boruto the first ever real conversation is, let's work together to get rid of our karmas. Would you ever want to find a way on how to get rid of this cursed seal, this karma mark that is ruining both of our bodies? This is a promise that Kawaki has said to Boruto, that they will both get rid of their karmas. Obviously with Boruto remembering that, he even says that we gotta go through with our last plan, our last resort, sort of like a contingency plan. And it's cool because it looks like Boruto and Kawaki, they have a plan, and I feel like a lot of people misinterpret this. What I want to say is that this was mutually agreed. Kawaki didn't just walk up to Boruto and kill him. Boruto literally told Kawaki, yo, kill me, man, let's go through with our plan and take me out. So it shows you that Boruto is ready to be killed, and this is where we see Kawaki impale Boruto right through the chest, killing Boruto to end off Boruto chapter 66, which I gotta say is nuts. Here's the thing, I want to give you my thoughts on this plan that they have. This obviously isn't the end to their plan. I think there is way more than that. I'll just give you a brief thought on what I think their plan is. And I know some people were complaining that Kawaki killed Boruto and he showed absolutely no emotion. He didn't think of him as his brother, he didn't cry, there was no facial expression of him being sad compared to everyone else. When Boruto got impaled, Naruto was losing it. Same thing with Shikamaru, they couldn't believe what they saw. Meanwhile with Kawaki, he basically didn't show any emotion at all. And the reason why is because they have this contingency plan. Here's my theory on what their plan is. I think Boruto has given a karma to a vessel, to someone else, for him to reincarnate through later on. In Boruto chapter 56, after their fight against Ishiki, Kawaki did tell Boruto like, yo, how about you prepare your own vessel since you're Otsutsuki? He can use whatever abilities that the Otsutsuki also have, which is giving other vessels a karma seal. Now of course not everyone is compatible by getting a karma, but Kawaki did mention one thing, code. Code is compatible with karma, and that's where Kawaki did say like, yo, I know you don't want to kill anyone, but if you want to give off karma to anyone, it should be code since he is a villain. And Boruto, he doesn't even reject that. In fact, he was okay with it. And in Boruto chapter 58, after learning that Boruto is taking these meds, Kawaki does mention the plan to implant a karma onto Code's body. And even though Boruto does brush this off as a hypothetical, even Amado knows about this plan. In Boruto chapter 59, Amado does mention the plan to implant Boruto's karma onto Code. What I personally think happened here with their quote-unquote contingency plan, just in case whatever happens fails like what happened here, is that Kawaki is going to kill this version of Boruto with Momoshiki inside of him, and before that happens, Boruto has prepared a new vessel to give off karma for him to reincarnate in the future. I honestly think this is what happened here, because there is no way Kawaki would just go up to his brother and just kill him like that and not show any emotion at all. It's kind of ironic because only 1 year ago, yes, 1 year ago, Boruto chapter 54, when we had the first battle between Kawaki and Borushiki, when Kawaki made the sacrifice to set himself on fire, he thought about all the times he spent with Boruto, how he cared about him so much. Even during that fight, he was screaming for him to wake up, get out of it, snap out of it. He wanted to save his brother, and he even called him his bro in the end. So I do kind of find it weird that he showed absolutely no emotion when killing this version of Boruto. The reason why is because he knows Boruto will reincarnate later on through the vessel that he has prepared, and I think that vessel is code. This was mentioned among Amato, so I definitely do think that right now Boruto, Kawaki, and Amato are in cahoots. They're working together. I don't think Boruto really knows that Amato knows about their plan. I'm pretty sure Kawaki is the one who told Amato about this, since Amato does know about the plan for Boruto to give karma onto Code's body. I think this is what happens here. I think this is why he was so cold-hearted when he went for the kill, and honestly, if it isn't Code, it might be the new cyborg that Amato is making right now. He did say this will be a powerful ally. Maybe this is like Delta or someone completely different, but if Boruto's vessel isn't Code, who is compatible with karma, maybe Amato did make a cyborg that can be compatible with Boruto's karma. I don't know, that's just my theory. I think this is the most logical thing that they're trying to do right now. I definitely do think people are jumping the gun, saying that Kawaki's a Naruto simp, he only cares about Naruto. I think that's completely false and cap. I definitely do think this is their plan, and I think this is going to be shown in the next couple of chapters, because the groundwork is there. The groundwork is shown in chapters 56, 58, and 59. The plan is mentioned there. It's sort of talked about as a hypothetical, but since he did say it's called like a last resort, I definitely do think that this is their contingency plan. But let me know what you think about my theory about that toward the end of this chapter. I just want to say this was a great Boruto chapter. I loved everything about it. The only thing that I wanted to see was Naruto fight more. He was just on the sidelines just watching. He kind of got bodied by a wind style Gale Palm, which is I think an anime only a thing. I'm glad they put that into the manga. That's pretty cool, man. But Naruto really didn't do anything. I really wanted to see Naruto fight. Maybe we'll get him next chapter. I'm hoping we get to see Naruto actually fight next Boruto chapter. I want to see his true power, what he can actually do without Kurama's power. But let me know what you think about this Boruto chapter in the comment section below. Do you agree with my theory? Do you think Boruto and Kawaki have a contingency plan where Boruto is preparing a new vessel behind the scenes which was not shown yet? I definitely do think that's what they're thinking, which explains why Kawaki had such a cold heart when killing Boruto. He showed no emotion because he knows that Boruto's coming back later on. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. What do you think about Kawaki? Do you agree with what Kawaki is doing right now? Are you a fan of Kawaki killing Boruto? And do you think my theory is true, or do you think something else is gonna happen? Do you think Boruto actually dies here and maybe Momoshiki and Boruto cut each other out a deal? But let me know what you think about all of that in the comment section below. So if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell as well, and have a good day. Peace.